How about design challenges? What are the most common design challenges when doing faith-based work, and is it different than any other sector?
See, I mean, budgets, I mean, in every sector, and it's just, that's the elephant in the room. Well, how much we get into this building and what cost? And I think the other one is a lot of our clients see other clients of ours and what they're doing, and they want that. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of managing what that is, and how long it took to get to where they are or what they're trying to do as a ministry. Everybody's unique. I think to me, it's always the budget and expectation again of getting what they want, but again, knowing that from an AVL perspective to construction to site, I mean, the market's so inflated and things are so expensive to build. It's really just making sure they know that it's your identity we're trying to match here. We don't want to copy somebody else and create a vision that way. It goes back to understanding them and being that advisor of keeping them on the rails with the budget that they have.
I would say from sort of the design challenges, one is probably identifying a clear enough vision for what this church has aspirations of being and of looking like, and then turning that into a design. And sometimes it's really hard because they can't really express it. And so you also have to do a trial and error of, what about this? It's almost like the eye doctor that keeps changing the lenses, which one looks better. It's like we get into case studies, and you've been great about doing that, where we would have a series of case studies to say, here's kind of a range of churches in history, in a sense, and where do you kind of fit into this? Is that one better? Is that one better? And we begin to kind of get a glimpse of what they might hope to be like. And I think the one that was the clearest on that is when we worked with the one in Raleigh at Holy Trinity, where eventually through case study research and sketches and ideas, we were able to determine what they really intended to do is to express themselves as a church rooted in colonial times, which is where the Anglican Church in America really started at its roots. That we began making almost every design decision based on whether is this being true to the 200-year-old Anglican roots. And it really helped the design, I think, in the end, to be more truly integrated as a whole than we usually see. So the design decisions were still challenging, as in how many colors of white did we look at? Like 47 shades of white. And this committee of aesthetics committee knew practically every name of those colors. So we got into that level of detail, but the fact that they knew so much about what would be sort of truly rooted in colonial design, helped with sort of every decision from color to detail. So the design decisions were still challenging, but had a clear direction to go in, which is better than when you don't know what direction to look at.
Sure.
Yeah, when it's scattered all abroad, that makes it really difficult. But one of the things we do a lot of times in the visioning session is come up with design principles. It's just kind of get on the board some things that everybody agrees about. And so one of them might be, some of them might be actually, stylistic, like colonial, but other ones are going to be, programmatic, like we need, this amount, or, the spoken word might be the most important thing acoustically in the room. But coming up with certain things that everybody is going to agree on, and we're going to have posted at every meeting that these are the parameters we're working toward, that kind of herds everybody, I think, toward the right thing when you could go a lot of different directions.
Yep.
I think another challenge, if I could add just a really quick one, is I think people underestimate how challenging churches are, because there is a very wide and diverse types of spaces in a church. You have large assembly spaces that have very challenging acoustical and technology considerations. You have an education component and security, and then you have, in a lot of churches and more on the contemporary side, you have these commercial spaces, and you're integrating office with performance, with school teaching, cafes. So you have this collision of multiple project types, and as designers in the worship studio, we're required to design all of them and make them work seamlessly together. So I think that's one of the big design challenges. How do you create spaces that work with all those different functions.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's great.
Very good.